In the last 3 weeks, we've been discussing the qualities of the human being, Chacham, Gibor, Ashir, where the Maral taught us that these qualities have to be objective, intrinsic, not relative, not dependent on anything outside of the person. This week we're going to deal with the last of those qualities, Ezu Mechubad, who is an honored person, HaMechabed et Habriot, one who honors other people. That itself is quite a difficult definition. We normally think of somebody Mechubad as one who receives honor from other people. And the proof text is even more problematic. Shenemar umechabdai akabed ubozai kalu. Hashem says he will honor those who honor him. What does that have to do with the honor of a person and defining the honor of a person? So we need to understand, what does kavod really mean? When we talk about kavod, we talk about what we give significance to. People are mechabed whatever they think it's significant. Whether it is wealth, whether it is winning the Super Bowl, whether it is being very smart or being a movie star, or lahavdil, we're mechabed talmidei chachamim because we think Torah is significant. The opposite of kavod is lizalzel, to consider something cheap, to consider something insignificant. So what is there that is significant about the human being? The concept of kavod goes even deeper. When we see somebody wearing a power suit, we see somebody driving a luxury car, we see somebody who has a corner office, it elicits a reaction of kavod. We give honor, we impute significance, but it's because that is the outer representation of that person's connection to something much higher, whether it's more wealth, whether it's an elevated system, whether it's some other point of significance. When we talk about clothes makes the man, actually the Gemara says such a thing. Rabbi Yochanan says, Lo kari lima'anai mechubadati, that I called my clothes my honor because the clothes represent something about the person that is not so obvious. One of the reasons that there is very little kavod floating around in the world today, whether it's our respect for others or even respect for ourselves, is because people don't think that anything is significant. What is the true significance of other people? What is the truly elevated system that this person is connected to? And the answer is Tselem Elokim. The person represents and is connected to the divine because of his or her Tselem Elokim. And a person who recognizes that is Mechabed et Habriot. The person honors all other people because they recognize that the true significance of the human being, the thing that gives that person true kavod, is the Tselem Elokim, is its connection to the divine. So when it says in the pasuk, Ki mechabdai akabed, God says, I will honor those who honor me. A person who honors HaKadosh Baruch Hu, a person who gives honor to God, is really saying that is the most significant thing in the world. Well, every human being embodies in him or herself an element of that kavod, an element of that significance. So mechabed et habriot, a person who honors other people, is declaring that the most significant thing about the human being, if he's giving that person true kavod, is the Tselem Elokim. And the person himself, of course, also embodies that Tselem Elokim. So that makes the person truly a michubad, honored, because the person has what is most significant about the human being, and that person acknowledges that that is the significance. So we have the qualities in this Mishnah that encompass the entire human being. We have the person's seichel, his intellectual, spiritual dimension, which is his chokhmah, and one who has an inner drive for wisdom. That is the true chacham. We have the nefesh of the human being, the life force, the personality, and that is gvura, one who is able to exert self-control over his or her instincts, to control forces that are trying to control him or her. We have the guf, the physical dimension, which is the money, which is our resources, and Ezehu Ashir, who is a wealthy person, one who knows how to use those resources, one who appreciates that those resources were given to serve God, and therefore is always joyous with whatever resources the person has. And then we have what the Maral calls Kol Ha'adam, the totality of the human being. That's the kavod, the all-encompassing significance of the human being. In each dimension, we have to strive not to measure ourselves by outside metrics, not relative metrics, and not metrics that don't really define us. We have to strive for wisdom by being one who seeks wisdom. Lomed mikol adam. We have to exert our inner strength, kovesh et yitzro. We have to be sameach bechelko, which is our true wealth, and we have to be mechabed et habriot, imputing the true significance to every human being, which reflects back on ourselves, making us mechubad. All of these qualities, which are objective, intrinsic, not relative, these are the qualities that make us exemplary human beings.